And here we are, a few days later. Corvette is not running. Garrett got back to Kenny, so it is now the 5th, and I'm on my way to meet up with Kenny because we're doing the gender reveal here shortly. Just in time for the party, boys. Well, we're out here slinging the mullets along this beast. About to find out if it's pink or blue.
It was freedom afoot, and my mullet was twitching. Yeah.
What are you doing, sir? What are you doing?
Yeah, right.
as the date approaches to get my car running. I guess I went and bought me a little something. Well, it's more of a need because I don't have any seat belts, so thank you, Drift HQ. Wish they were red, but these will do. I mean, they definitely look good. So what's going on, guys? I'm here another day, taking more shit over to the shop. This I should have taken back when I first started recording this, but because I was in a million places all at once, then I forget. So here I am, Saturday. Finally, I get a little bit of a day off and taking shit over there, and a key that I should have taken to begin with because the spare key doesn't really work on the ignition cylinder. Alrighty, so we dropped off the exhaust at Matt's shop. Looked at the car, everything's coming out great. Engine bay super clean. Got everything wired up as far as the Holley turbinator, and I made some room in my very small garage. Just got the wheels. I'm stacking them up right there. I'm looking for tires right now, so I'm looking for the best deal. Let me show you what they look like real quick. So I'm unpacking them right now. This is my last one. Show you what it looks like. I really don't care much for these wheels, so they're gonna be drift spares. They'll probably get destroyed. Paid about 140 something a wheel, and they're right out of Sarasota, so that's what it looks like. That's what they look like. So I'm looking for a 255 or a 265 on a 35, and these are 18s. That's what I'm gonna be running for drift spares. So I got 4 of these. I got 2 that need tires that are down there. These are some BMW reps. And I got the STRs that are on my Corvette currently. I wanted to go with the 10 wides, but couldn't really do it. The 10 wides have a much wider lip, which looks so nice. But unfortunately, because of the size tire I'm gonna be running, I didn't want to run anything bigger than a 275, and a 275 on a 10 is kind of a little bit of a stretch, so I guess these will do. So they kind of look like the drag wheels. These are 9 wides, 5x120. They look pretty good. I don't really care for them. They're very affordable. They're made by this company that makes replica wheels. They are OE Wheels LLC. They're out of Sarasota, which is probably about an hour from where I'm at here in Cape Coral. So if you actually seen the video of my Camaro, these are actually pretty good wheels for replicas. I hit a curb once with one of these, but it was a 10 wide, and that when I hit the curb, it was a very, very smooth bump. I didn't think it damaged anything until I looked at the wheel, and this wheel actually prevented from my axle taking a hit. It cracked right here and it bent the edge. The tire was okay. The only reason the tire was done was because I kept driving on it because it was leaking air, and I was trying to get closer home since I was only about a couple miles away, and then it just tire came off completely and got destroyed. But the wheel was surprisingly good to me because it saved the axle from taking a hit, and it was a stock 10 bolt, and we all know how those 10 bolts act with getting clutch dumped and grip and all that crap. So they're not the best diffs. This thing's actually pretty impressive for how cheap they are. Well, the Corvette's almost done, so before they put the motor in, I'm gonna drop this off at the shop. That way we can have everything together and running by the weekend. Let me show you what I'm gonna drop off. Here I have the knuckles from FDF. This kit is insane and worth every penny. And to go with the angle kit, of course, I had to buy some nice coilovers. So Fortunato, another great quality brand. I went with 16,000 spring rate in the front and 6,000 rear. This is what one of my good buddies recommended, so we'll see how it goes. And then a good buddy of mine recommended me using these Silverado tie rods. I'll put a part number somewhere on the video, but I guess these bolt right up, and they are a little longer too, so when this thing's pushing my wheels out a little bit for clearance, this thing will have enough threads to help out and keep the integrity. We're on to another expensive trip. The car is just about done. Finally, it's just about done. My buddy Trevor's actually the one that's working on it, and he's the one giving me the updates on everything that's going on with the car. So far, the Holley's wired up. The rear battery relocation is actually just now finished today. Got off work early, thankfully, so I can actually make a trip without being super late or not making it at all because they've closed down and gone by 6. So I'm basically just days away from driving this car. This time we got a not so many parts going to the shop. Some of the very last parts. Ended up buying a low carga 36-inch cable and bracket to convert to cable, and then an F-body LS throttle from War. So what this part does is it's a bracket that's specifically made for the high ram, and it flips the throttle body over upside down, and it puts the throttle cable on the driver's side of the intake, so it looks much cleaner. The bad thing is the War is going to be facing down, but I'd rather have function over looks anyway, so it is what it is. And I think the throttle cable looks so much better on the driver's side than the passenger side. Alrighty, I'm back many days later and many trips to the shop again, which I didn't record. Wrapping this video up, and the next one will be the startup. So of course I had a busy week, and even though I'm like a walk away from Drift HQ, had to have them ship me some stuff. It's nothing special, just some longer brake lines for the front, because the FDF angle kit is very excessive amount of angle. So kind of need longer lines so they don't tug and rip off and make me crash into a wall or something. So if you need longer brake lines for your C5 or C6, make sure to check out Drift HQ. They have them on the website. Catch. All right, Trevor, what do we do to this thing?
All right, so we got a 370 cubic inch LS motor. Built by HRE. Holley high ram. 92 millimeter throttle body. We had to make a customized pedal. Had to flip the throttle body to make it work with the cable and pedal setup. No, that was a CRV.
All right, so what's up with the pedal?
All right, so we had to customize the pedal. We used a stock electric pedal, and then I ended up having to make a bracket off of it. Had to take the motor off of it. This spring has a pin that runs through it, and That's like your pivot spring basically. And then these are your 3 return springs. You have to take all 3 of these out.
It's a factory pedal. Look at that.
So I had to cut it, and then I had to bend it. I had to space it away from the firewall. I had to weld a bracket onto the back of it with a little eyelet hole in it. That way we could make the cable.
One thing to do, right?
Send it.